Are you still experiencing hair loss from COVID? Today, we're going to be talking about the COVID connection, unpacking brain fog and hair loss. With that and more, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hair Wire. Where's my intro? Here it is. And welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Hair Wire, the place where you, my friends, get hair smart. I'm your host, Sergio Cardona, coming to you live from my clinic today, alongside with Bisan Dipsy Biz. How you doing?
Good, good. Everything is great. And yes, brain fog is a very important subject we should talk about. And
Oh, yes.
the reason we got expired, inspired, see, that's my brain fog, not expired, inspired to talk about this right now, because behind the scenes, I was telling Sergio is sometimes brain fog comes to me and I was like, oh, I can't multitask anymore. I have to focus on one task at a time because my brain fog is prohibiting me from multitasking as I used to do before, I think, COVID.
And the thing is, I was telling Biz because there's a recent research uh, that was built around brain fog and post-COVID and prolonged COVID, and they are something very amazing. And we need to discuss this. So before we do that, first of all, we want to apologize for not having Carrie with us. She's in Arizona right now. Her kids are playing, and she has some family gathering. So, Carrie, we love you. We miss you. We hope to see you next week, fortunately. And guys, today we're going to be talking about this research and how it relates to hair loss, particularly when it comes to telogen effluvium. I know that we have talked many times in many shows about COVID and its relationship to hair loss, and I think we have seen a lot of it. But as new research arises, it helps even more into the things that it builds more into what we have already been saying about the effects of COVID and how it relates to hair loss. And it's incredible, this relationship between brain fog and hair loss and inflammation. This is quite something.
Mm,
I'm going to be later on, I might post the research site, the at least
yeah.
the news clip what it shows about this new research, and it's quite amazing because you have to consider what COVID is, what COVID does, and particularly when it comes to the relationship to hair loss is quite amazing. Now, Biz, you started talking about your own experience with brain fog, and we were mentioning about also this being experienced not only by people who had COVID but also who had the COVID shot. It's quite something.
Yeah.
Now, can you talk us a little bit about it? Let's introduce this slowly while we get people time to digest this information, because there's plenty to talk about now that we know more about
Yeah.
what truly happened to us during COVID.
Yeah. So it's a little bit a touchy subject, but we're gonna touch on it because we are on the hair wire. We touch on everything. It's all the subjects. We need to be informed.
Yes.
And I believe I got my brain fog after I got my vaccine shot. I did not have, and the reason why I'm saying that, because I did not have any COVID as an illness. I did not get sick with COVID, at least before I got the shot. So I got the shot from here. 2, 3 months later, I started having this weird sensation that I can't focus anymore. Um, I had also heart palpitations. When I had heart palpitations, I got scared. I thought something happening in my heart as well. But what I think happened is my body didn't get along well with the shot. And as Sergio was saying, my inflammation rocketed to the sky. And one result of the inflammation is actually brain fog. I started feeling that it's so hard for me to read. And I love reading. And it was so hard for me to get myself to sit down and do a presentation or work or research something for more than 5 minutes. It takes a lot of brain power It's like, why I can't do this anymore? And then I start looking into it, and actually, there is a lot of, now we are seeing a lot of reports saying that vaccine, that the COVID vaccine, one of two of their side effects, brain fog and myocarditis, which I think I have because I never had heart palpitations before the COVID vaccine. So, of course, let's say something here. We really don't know 100% because, as you guys see, and I want to say that so we don't get shut down on the YouTube.
Fortunately, we hope that we're not being canceled by it now.
I know.
Nowadays,
Yes, it's just like everybody get offended so easy these days. It's like, okay, so before you get offended, let me explain something. We are not in this show particular, and exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm not attacking COVID vaccine. I'm not attacking anything in particular. What I'm trying to say, when we have any foreign body inside our bodies, especially the ones that we don't know exactly the chemical pathways of it that is affecting the masses of people, because when people have like the polio vaccine, so
Mhm.
far till now millions of people had the polio vaccine, right? So we do have the knows the side effects of it. We know the chemical reaction that causes that caused it inside the body. We know how people might react to it. But since we don't have a lot of studies about the COVID vaccine in particular, that's why now we are kind of speculating. Is the microdititis coming from the vaccine itself, or it is could be coming from a multifactorial thing that's happening inside our body, which is inflammation, as Serge was saying. And I am saying that so I can lead to what Serge is going to say next. So to begin with, when COVID hit us, we were already an inflamed people. Because of, we said that many times, with our food supply is not clean, our soil is contaminated, our gut issues is wrecked since long time, because we eat seed oils, and we eat chemicals and pesticides and herbicides, all are in our food. Even when you try your best to eat clean food, your cleanest food is not actually very clean compared to what your grandparents used to eat, because of the industrial revolution of the agriculture before, because the soil doesn't have any nutrients before because our gut health got wrecked. And our gut health got wrecked not only because of the food, it's because of our stressful lifestyle, because of EMFs around us, because of the white light above us. So all of these, and we talked a lot about it in previous episodes, we have like a pandemic of chronic diseases, especially in the United States. So we as a society, we are not very healthy people. So now, starting at we are not very healthy people, and give me some other chemical that is not found in nature, that for whatever reason, we are not here to discredit any reason. We are saying that, give me any chemical, not particularly COVID shot, any kind of chemical, put it inside your body. You're starting with a really wrecked body. The inflammation, which is the normal response to any new chemical that you are introducing to your body, and that's normal, it's going to skyrocket. So we have an exponential effect of these inflammatory responses inside our body. And I think COVID came as the straw that killed the, whatever, how to say it. You know, when that you have a straw that killed everybody.
Yeah.
It's a proverb in Arabic. There's a
And
straw.
we have a saying in Spanish as well. It's called the drop that filled the cup,
Correct.
border the yeah.
I think so. Yes, that's it. So I think what happened is this
By the way,
vaccine.
anyone here in the U.S., what's the expression that you would
Yeah,
use?
I don't know.
Let us know.
There's,
Give us a comment here,
yeah,
because besides, she's Arabic, I'm a Hispanic, so the culture here, but it's the same thing.
it's just like there's a straw that came to the hay, and exploded the
Yeah,
hay. I
yeah,
don't know what the saying is. You guys can yes, let us know in the comments right here.
exactly. Well, what's the expression that you would use exactly?
Exactly. So in any case, what we are trying to say here and make it clear for everybody is we are not attacking the COVID vaccine in particular. We
Mhm.
are saying that what happens is when the vaccine came into already very sick bodies, pandemic of a sick society, this is when the inflammation it got exponentially greater,
Yeah.
and then we started having all these related chronic diseases or chronic disorders for everybody, and everybody is different. So Sergio will not have heart palpitation. I had already a weak heart, and that it, increased my susceptibility, and I started having heart palpitation. For example, I got a brain fog because also I am in my perimenopause days, and perimenopause days and hormonal imbalances will actually cause you hair loss. Hair, that is actually true. It will cause
We'll
you
come to that. We'll come to that in a
that is
moment.
true. But I'm trying to say cause you brain fog, and my vaccine made it even worse. So you get what I'm trying to get into it here.
Yes.
So this exponential effect, cascade effect, caused a lot of brain fog, a lot of hair loss, and that's why we call it COVID hair loss.
Yes. And this is interesting, because at the end of the day, whether it's by a foreign substance, like for instance the vaccine, or a virus, a parasite, bacteria, anything foreign that enters into our body may have a reaction because that's the way our immune system works. Once our immune system identifies something that does not belong there, it will try to enclose it and attack it. And that's where the cytokines come into play, and we start seeing the inflammation effects of it. So it is quite beautiful because we see our body at work, right? But the thing is that the effects of this inflammation process extends to different areas in our body. And as Bisan was explaining, it multiplies, it amplifies
That's
whatever we had before. So by amplifying those effects in our body, basically what we had bad made it worse. And that, my friends, is key to understanding many of the things related to the brain fog, and in particular in this case with hair loss. Because one of the things that researchers have been identifying with what I said in the beginning, there's a new research about brain fog related to extended COVID, right? And the thing is that at the end of the research, to simplify it, because I'm not going to enter into the details of it, but they have basically identified a protein in our brains that have been developed after the inflammation caused by COVID or the COVID vaccine. And is the inflammation basically the main part of it? Inflammation. And you will hear this a lot into particularly natural medicine. And you will see anybody in the wellness industry, they will talk about inflammation as basically the source on many of the illnesses that we are experiencing today. Now, the problem is, how do we get rid of this inflammation, and how we make it better? Because you have to consider many of the types of hair loss that we see, particularly the chronic ones, are related to inflammation. We were talking a few minutes ago, Bisan and I, backstage, and we were talking about the need for people to understand about biofilm removal. It is a new technique for us in the industry, for professionals, and this technique has been proven amazing, to have amazing results, particularly for cases in scarring alopecias, which is one of the chronic types of hair loss. And there's a lot of inflammation going on that.
right.
So if we are able to provide something that could help us mitigate that type of inflammation, my God, we're going to be able to help a lot of things, not just hair loss, but also about brain fog and many other things as well.
Mhm.
So, what are some of the things that we can do to cope with this?
Yeah.
So, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is what I did for myself, because
Nice.
I did experience the extended COVID. I had COVID like 3 times already, and the first time I had COVID, I was still throwing positive results months
Mm.
afterwards.
Wow.
Yes. So it was crazy for me. And I did experience the hair loss. I did experience the brain fog and everything in between. Now, thank God I have a friend of mine. Her name is Bisan. She helped me a lot in this process because she does this. I forgot
Functional
the
blood report.
functional. Yes, functional medicine. Sorry, my Spanish starts to kick in, and it gets mixed up a little. This functional medicine that she has been doing, and she has helped me a lot in the process because she understands this better than many people, and because she's a trichologist, she's a researcher, she is biotechnologist, so she's so many things. She's wonderful. But the thing is that one of the things that we were discussing at the beginning, it was about all signs of inflammation, and it has taken me a while, a couple of years to get right. And Bisan last week, she was saying to me, Sergio, you're finally looking like you are, your face is not inflamed. I'm like, finally, finally. And the thing is that we have been working on many things. She recommended to me about things that I need to remove from my diet, things that I need to add to my diet, particularly supplements and nutrients that will allow my body to finally get a rest and expel some of the toxins and some of the things that will cause inflammation into my body. And that type of control is the type of things that I want you guys to learn. For instance, I was not exercising. Now I'm exercising. Thank God I'm exercising. I'm sweating out. I'm getting my toxins out of the way. I'm moving into oxygenation into my body and getting joint mobility. And my brain activity has increased. Why? Because again, we're eliminating toxins. We're eliminating things that are causing the brain to to be clogged, that cognitive function becomes impaired because of lack of mobility in our body. And of course, think about it in terms of the hair. One of the things that I have learned for many years, and I say this to my patients, and I was not practicing particularly, but people who exercise get twice as much new hair as the people who do not exercise. And this is something that have been researching on for a lot, and I have the case studies that I've been working with, and I see the effects when people actually do work out. They do get better, and I'm not saying that if you do not work out, you will not grow hair. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that people who do work out and they are doing their treatments for the hair, they get twice as better results as the people who do not, and that's key. So definitely working out, breathing, working with your exercises. Breathing out helps a lot. So we have a friend of ours that she's a yoga instructor, and for those of you in the Intelligent Fluent support group, you know who she is. Uh,
Kelly
and she's
Patrick.
yeah, Kelly Patrick. She's an amazing woman, and she's she's teaching us many great things. So for those of you in the community intelligent Fluvian support group, guys, you need to stay connected with Kelly, right? And let's do some yoga. Let's do some yoga. Let's get some oxygenation into our bodies. Now the other thing is about the dieting. One of the things that I've been doing lately is I'm cutting out on carbs, particularly processed carbs. We need carbs in our diet, yes, but the healthy ones. We also need fats in our diet, the healthy ones. So starting the removal of fried food. I love fried food. My God, I love my fried chicken. And besides, she was telling me for many years, like, Sergio, lay off the fried chicken. Like, how can you
Yeah.
tell? How can you
Yeah.
tell, woman? And she was just by looking at my face, I'm like,
From
okay.
your face was inflamed. Not like, there's a difference between fat and inflamed, and I can tell your face was inflamed.
That's why she's the biz. You know.
I can tell.
And the same thing, guys, the same thing, that's the type of things that creates havoc in our systems that will lead us to hair loss. This is why whenever we talk about telogen effluvium, it's a complicated subject because there's so many things happening at the same time. And for many people, particularly, they have a trouble understanding this because they think about telogen effluvium. All right, if it's stress related, where's my stress? I've been stressing out like this my whole life. But if it's related to gut issues, I've been having gut issues for 20 years. Nothing has changed for me. But all of a sudden, I have a COVID, and now my stress and my gut play a role into my hair shedding events.
Yeah.
Why is that? It has never played a role before, but until I got then, for instance, my COVID or my one trigger, then all of the other things that have been happening in my life that were supposed to attack or to create hair shedding and who weren't at that time, now they're part of the package, and I need to address those issues in order to finally get that shedding under control. It's quite amazing.
Yeah. So it's the cascade effect, actually. In a way,
Yes.
in a way, when we were younger, we can get away with eating bad food. We can get away with not exercising. We can get away with a lot of things. And even when we get sick, we bounce back really, really quickly, really fast. But now, as we age, we actually lose our ability to control the inflammation as much as we used to do it in our teens, let us say. And also because you have, like, when you're 20 years old, you have been eating junk food for like 5 years, let us say, given that you like in high school you started eating outside and buying junk food from outside. When in your when you're in your 30s, it has been 15 years of you eating junk food, and so on. So in a way that your liver is the best organ, or the most important organ in your body, to help you detoxify your body and keep you running healthy, keep all the chemical reactions in its proper cascade. But over time, what happens is your liver cannot take it anymore. And this is when the problem starts happening. When your liver cannot detoxify your body properly, this is when you start seeing brain fog. This is when you start seeing hair shed, and so on. So in any way, I want to go back to what Sergio was saying. How do we solve this problem? The inflammation problem, or the brain fog problem, or the hair loss problem, or any chronic disease you might have, or even an acute episodes that you might experiencing right now. First thing, you should look at inside your body, your biomarkers. What's happening inside your body? Now, if let us say, what do you know what inflammation is? The word inflammation is a very broad word. Inflammation could be a lot of things. Inflammation means your body cannot take it anymore. That's what inflammation means. But where the inflammation is coming from, this is where you want to address the root cause of it. That's why I do functional blood chemistry analysis, where I take your blood work and I look at it from a trichological functional medicine lens. Let me explain how that works. For example, Western medicine, the lab ranges are very wide. Actually, they are the average of the society, the health marker of the societies, biomarkers of the societies. And our society is not the healthiest, so the biomarker ranges are really, really wide. But that doesn't give us any answers. That's telling me your blood work tells you that you are not sick today. That's what it tells you. It doesn't tell you anything else. When we tighten these ranges a little bit more, and we look at each biomarker in relationship with other biomarkers, then we will know where your body is heading to. For example, when you give me your lab work, I can know if you have a bacterial infection inside your body. How do I know that? I look at your neutrophils and basophils, and these numbers that nobody pays attention to, but they are in your lab work. And if your neutrophils are very active or high in number, I know that you have a bacterial infection or a viral infection. Same for basophils. So there is biomarkers that you have it in your blood work, but nobody looks at it, can tell us something about your liver. not your liver health, not your liver like from the bilirubin and the ACT and the ALT, the biomarkers. Doesn't tell me what's exactly happening in your liver. It will tell me pay attention to your liver health. And that is one marker that is enough for me to say, if your detoxification pathways are not open, your liver health is not good enough, you are not gonna get rid of inflammation. You're not. So
And
first of
that is something I wanted to jump in, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but and in my case, I had to do two types of detox systems to get in order,
right.
because there was so much inflammation, so much things that I need to get out that I had to do that detox twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
So yeah.
horrendous.
Yeah, so you need to know what you like. For example, in Sergio's case, he had to do a detoxification for his body. So when all the toxins goes away and the toxin load decreases, then your body will start to breathe. And when your body start to breathe, it will start healing itself and functioning properly, slowly, and going it like untangling all the inflammation one step at a time. But if you don't give your body the raw ingredients it needs to function in a healthy way, it's not gonna work. For example, if your blood work told me that you have zinc deficiency, and I am telling you you need to detoxify your liver, but you are not taking zinc, your body is not going to be able to do that. Your body needs the raw material to function properly. And your body is all a whole. I cannot say that's okay if you don't take zinc, now go to detoxification. We cannot do that. I need to make sure that whatever your blood work is telling me, let us say your blood work is telling me you're vitamin D deficient, you're iron deficient, you're magnesium deficient, you're B12, whatever your body is telling me, I will say take targeted supplementations only to target these biomarkers, because too many supplementation is not good either. We are stressing
Exactly.
the liver even more. Just target whatever you need, your blood work is telling us you need, for a 3 months period of time, while we are detoxifying your body and opening the liver detoxification pathways. So all of this, your body will go back and refunction properly. This is only when you start decreasing your inflammation.
I wanted to jump in and mention a little bit about this because a lot of people don't understand that because I am doing this today for a period of time does not necessarily mean that I need to do that for life.
Correct.
And the problem is that a lot of people, they think, all right, I'm going to start a healthy diet, right? And you start a healthy diet. Well, if you keep that diet the same and you don't change it and you don't adapt to it and you don't open up to new foods in your diet, guess what? That diet is actually going to kill you.
Yeah, 100%.
So, so the thing is that a lot of people don't realize this, but this is where a professional comes into play, because the same thing is true whenever we talk about hair products. If we use the same product always, I mean, if I had a dandruff issue and I use a dandruff product, it helped me out. Great. Now dandruff is gone. Do I need to keep using the dandruff shampoo? No. That's the thing. As you progress, as you're getting better, your strategy needs to change. And this is why having a professional around you is so important. You cannot be spending time and money on the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's ludicrous.
Yeah. I have so many clients telling me I'm taking zinc. It's like, okay, great. Why you're taking zinc? She's like, I don't know. Long time ago I started and I never stopped. It's like, why?
Yep.
Why? Why? Or same like Niaxin.
Oh yeah.
Like in my
Yep.
questionnaire, I use Niaxin. Okay, great. Why are you using Niaxin? I don't know. I started long time ago and I'm just using it every. It's like, you use this every single day? No
And you
wonder
don't know
you're
why you're
strong.
is.
It's like, why you want to use it every single day? It's targeted. It's called targeted supplementation. It's called targeted treatments. That's why Sergio and I, we agree on one thing. When we do an external or internal protocol for a client, that's only for a 3 months. Then you come back and reevaluate and see where you at. And then we go for the next step and so on. So in any case, like to go back to our main point, when we do have brain fog or when we do have symptoms like hair loss or any of that because of either the COVID vaccine or long-term COVID illnesses, you need to pay attention to your inflammation markers. When you have a lot of inflammation in your body is not gonna be able to function properly, and it's going to get worse by time, and it's going to get worse by age as well. That's why you have to go back and see what. So in a way that if you start from a good foundation, everything else will follow, and you have to unravel and go backwards and restart your body to a good foundation. So whenever we have pandemics like that and we are forced to take a vaccine, it won't cause us as much trouble as it caused us. I mean, in a way that it tracked the health of a lot of people, and nowadays we are more vocal about it. We are talking about it. Hopefully we will see you next week and talk about different stuff so we don't get shut down. But my point is, we are talking about it openly because it's just getting out of control in a way.
Yes. And you need to take control of it, guys. And again, first of all, if you're not working with a professional, please do so, because another set of eyes definitely helps you move forward and to improve. Okay, this is very important. Now, the other thing is, as you're working on your case, pay attention to the changes. Pay attention to the things that are improving. Pay attention to the things that still need improvement. For
Right.
instance, as I was saying before, um, I was not exercising, so I started to do exercises. I did a detox. One single detox was not enough. I need to add a second detox. Now, this time, the second one added the liver detox in the process. Now, that's when I started seeing some great results, because the first one was just a gut detox. And now I'm improving other areas that was not properly cleansed out. You see where I'm going, guys?
Right.
The thing is that some things are more complicated than what they actually seem, and you need an holistic approach. I need you to get connected with the people that can get you to the right source of information and help you across the process. Never think of it as a one-time solution, one-time thing, one-time product, because you will never find it. You will never find it. You might be lucky enough to get some improvement out of one product, one treatment, whatever. But in order to move properly and to get the results that you need to progress to move from stage one to the second to the next level until you finally we have reached your goals. And
Right.
that's what we mean today. Biz, this has been an amazing talk.
Yes, it is. It's nice, short, and sweet. And to wrap it up in a way, when you have healthy liver, everything will fall back into place. Your liver
Yeah.
is very, very important. Pay attention to your liver, especially nowadays. We eat all this junk food and wrapped food and microplastics and all of that. It's just your liver is way too overwhelmed. I have been seeing a lot of my clients with a lot of fatty liver, and they're not overweight people. They're not. And when I say you have a fatty liver, it's like, why? I'm not even fat. It's like, yes, it's not about you are like overweight or not. It's just your gut issues. Your gut is not actually producing enough bile, let us say. So your fats are not being digested properly. So what happens? They stay as a big molecules and they go and accumulate in your liver, and then your liver cannot get rid of them. And when that happens, it is another cascade of another problem because your detoxification pathways is blocked.
Yeah.
So that's why hair loss comes from. This is where brain fog comes from. This is where inflammation comes from. So do a blood test every 6 months. send it to us. We do have now a Faculty of Trichology website where you can sign in, and then you can ask your questions. We can help you and see where your health is going to. Because we together, we want, what we're trying to do here in the Hairwire and the Faculty of Trichology, we're trying to raise awareness about healthy living and keeping your body healthy to keep your hair healthy, and we can help each other move forward.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Visit the Hairwire, guys. We just launched our new educational program, the Faculty of Trichology. So, those of you who are part of this industry, you need to be part of the Faculty of Trichology, my friends. It's an amazing place. We have so many good things happening. You need to get connected. Get connected right now. Go to the facultyoftrichology.com, thefacultyoftrichology.com, and also visit thehairwire.com for more information. Guys, I'll see you next week. Until then, God bless you all. Bye
Bye.
bye.